Alright, let's get dark today. What if in a shocking turn of events, the Joker was finally truly cured of his insanity? What if the man who was once known as the most evil villain of Gotham, the clown prince of crime himself, woke up one day and found himself reverted back to the man he once was, Jack Napier? Again, today we're talking about a special kind of story. Story of second chances, redemption, and the never-ending struggle between good and evil. Those stories we all need sometimes, stories like this. The vibrant colors of the city seem muted to him, as if viewed through a fog-filled lens. Disgust, shame, fear, sadness, they're all there, clawing at the surface, threatening to overwhelm him. Jack Napier, once the most feared criminal in Gotham, is now a shell of his former self, adrift in a sea of normalcy he never asked for. His brilliant engineering and chemistry degrees from Gotham University now mocked him. Useless trophies in the corner of his mind, a testament to a past he can't escape. She is surprised to hear from him, but agrees to meet him, more out of curiosity than anything else. It's a daunting task, but Jack, or rather the Jack he once was, is up to the challenge. He doesn't believe in second chances, especially not for someone like Jack Napier. He knows the man's history, his capacity for evil, and he's not convinced that a few sessions with a psychiatrist can erase it. He watches Jack from the shadows, ready to pounce if he makes any move. The stage is set for a battle of wits and wills between Gotham's greatest nemesis and the man who used to be. He doesn't understand why, but his curiosity overpowers his distrust. Gotham is safe, or at least it seems to be. One evening, Jack finds himself at a park, watching children laugh and play. He sees a little girl approach a man in a tattered purple suit. She holds out a drawing for him, a picture of a smiling face. "For you," she says. Jack kneels down, his heart aching. He looks at the drawing, then back at the child. "Thank you," he whispers. The child smiles and runs off. Jack looks after her, a single tear rolling down his cheek. In that moment, he realizes the gravity of what he did. He hurt these people, these innocent people. But he also realizes that they're not afraid of him. They're offering him kindness, understanding. As he gets closer, he hears snippets of conversation. "The Joker," they whisper. "The antidote," another says. Batman freezes. Could it be? Could the Joker really be here? He throws himself into the work, taking on extra shifts at the Ace Chemicals plant to get more formula samples, spending sleepless nights in his makeshift lab, fueled by instant coffee and sheer determination. "You think you can hide?" Batman growls, his voice echoing in the cramped space. Jack turns around and sees Batman standing there, his cape billowing in the wind. "How did you... ... He begins, but Batman cuts him off. A story that reminds us that no matter how dark things get, there's always a sliver of hope waiting around the corner. Now I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of Jack's story? Do you think he deserves a second chance? And what new villain will rise to fill the void he left? Let me know in the comments below. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more amazing stories. Until next time, stay curious, stay nerdy, and above all, stay awesome. It doesn't matter how, he says, his voice gruff but strangely kind. What matters is that you stay true to your word. With that, Batman disappears into the night. You think you can fool me? Jack looks up, startled. But as he looks up at the star-studded sky, he feels a sense of peace he hasn't felt in years. The road ahead may be long and arduous, but he's no longer alone. He has friends, allies even. The Joker may be gone, but Jack Napier is just getting started. He knows this moment will come, but he didn't expect it so soon. "I'm not hiding," he says, his voice shaking slightly. "I'm trying to fix what I broke." Batman doesn't reply, but his presence alone is a statement, a constant reminder of Jack's past. Jack has to prove to his greatest enemy that he is no longer a monster. He has to show Batman that he means it when he says he wants to help Gotham. He is driven by a need to make amends, to somehow atone for the havoc he unleashed as the Joker. Over cups of lukewarm coffee, Jack pieces together the truth. It turns out one of his Joker toxin formulas is still active in the city's water supply, slowly driving people mad. He's horrified, disgusted with himself, but he knows he can't stop now. Just when he's about to give up, he gets a lead. A vial of water from the East River shows signs of the toxin. With renewed vigor, he tests various antidotes until finally one shows promise. It's a risky move, but he decides to trust his instincts and mass-produce the antidote. If he doesn't act fast, the damage is irreversible. Commissioner Gordon, ever the pragmatist, understands that Jack's specialized knowledge is crucial. Despite Batman's protests, they distribute the antidote across the city, hoping it's not too late. There's no undoing what's already been done. But maybe, just maybe, he can still prevent further harm. What use does he have for advanced degrees when all he wants to do is hide, disappear into the mundane rhythms of a life he no longer recognizes? The sounds of traffic and people chatter, a discordant symphony to his hypersensitive ears. Should he use his formidable intellect to help the city he once plagued? Maybe. Everywhere he goes, he sees reminders of his past, faces that twist in his direction, whispering in hushed tones, always the same refrain. There he is, the Joker. It mentions the recent upgrade to the water purification system, a project Gotham had contracted to Lex Luthor's LexCorp. Something about the report doesn't sit right with Jack. An engineer's eye catches the minor flaw in the filtration system's design, a flaw that could have been easily overlooked. But Jack's keen eye notices the anomaly, with a chill. He remembers formulating a toxin so potent it could be weaponized through the city's water supply. A toxin that mimicked the effects of Joker venom but lingered in the body, driving its victims insane without killing them. Could this be the work of none other than his alter ego? He feels their gazes burning into him, dissecting him, finding him wanting. How would such a drastic turn of events affect the life of this reformed supervillain? Well, today we're going to find out. Welcome back, Nerd Squad. It's me. In the depths of Arkham Asylum, amidst the cacophony of screams and madness, lies a figure who is not laughing. No, not today. The Joker sits quietly in a padded room, staring at his own reflection, an image he's become all too familiar with over the years. The procedure was a success. The psychosis is gone. Mr. Napier, welcome back. The doctor's words echo in his ears. Welcome back. Back to what? Back to a life that was never his own. Back to a world that fears and hates him, but something is different, wrong. Gone is the maniacal grin, replaced by a look of confusion and horror. His green hair is receding, revealing the balding spot that was once covered by his trademark purple cowl. His white skin is flushed, the makeup palette abandoned, revealing the slight freckle on his left cheek. In his eyes, there is a dawning realization of his current situation. He doesn't understand where he is or why. And the more he tries to piece together the fractured shards of his memory, the more terrified he becomes. As the shadows lengthen in the room, a voice cuts through the haze of his confusion, pulling him back to reality. As the sun rises over Gotham, casting long shadows across the city, Jack Napier walks among the living, a ghost haunting the streets he once terrorized. Years of therapy have taught him to manage his newly re-emerged emotions, feelings he had buried under layers of chemical insanity. But something stirs within him, a flicker of the old Jack, the one who took pride in his work, who saw the world as a puzzle to be solved, a challenge to be conquered. One day, delving into Gotham's municipal archives, Jack stumbles upon a report detailing the city's water treatment process. Driven by a need to understand, he reaches out to Harley Quinn, the only person he knows who could have access to his research notes. He must race against time to create an antidote, using his intimate knowledge of the toxin to reverse engineer a cure. All the while, Batman is watching, skeptical and untrusting. One rainy afternoon, Batman confronts Jack in his lab, the room cluttered with beakers and test tubes. Days turn into weeks, hope into despair. Jack works tirelessly, his resolve hardening like steel. As dawn breaks, Jack, looking haggard but determined, teams up with the GCPD, an uneasy alliance born out of necessity. Meanwhile, Batman, watching from afar, sees Jack surrounded by police. The next few days are a blur. Hospitals are overwhelmed, but the worst seems to be over. The antidote worked. Suddenly he hears a voice behind him. "You did well, Napier." And so, Jack Napier has started his path to redemption, a path fraught with uncertainty and danger. So there you have it, a tale of redemption and second chances.